Good morning, traders. Andy Demi here from the London Trading Institute. Hope you guys are well. Hope you had a good weekend. I certainly had a crazy busy weekend with the kids, different parties, going and seeing the grandparents, and I even managed to get in a couple of sessions of the gym. Let me know what you guys got up to. Hope you guys had a nice, restful weekend. And feeling ready for the week ahead. So today's video, guys, I'm going to be focused on Bitcoin and in particular the weekly chart, because one of the things that you should definitely look at is the closing week and what it might mean. And we've had a bit of a reversal weekly bar. And I want to kind of talk a little bit more about that. Also a little bit about this red line and why it might be significant, and this kind of yellow to red cross, and kind of share with you what's going on there as well. All right, guys, so let's get to it. I'm going to start by firstly asking you to please like our videos if you enjoy our content, and subscribe to the channel, and do head over to the Crypto and FX Traders Club. I know I ask it on every video, but it really means a lot to me, and that's why I do. So anyway, let's get to it, guys, because I think it's got an interesting point right now on Bitcoin. So what do we see? Well, what I can see right now is, a big rejection bar. Okay. And if you kind of overlook at these dynamic lines here, they're quite interesting because these are, by the way, this is the 8 and the 21-day moving averages, exponential, if you want to put them on your own charts. And what I like here is the cross is quite powerful. So if you have a look, when the yellow, when the yellow crosses above back in 2020, above the blue, see how the market kind of really takes off here, and then find some great support on this dynamic support here, and we have a really strong run. Okay, and then eventually that it breaks. Oh, excuse me. Eventually it breaks this line here and makes a lower high and breaks the 21-day moving, and then we get the cross back in June 2021. And then the market goes down a little bit, and then the cross goes back up again. So back in August 2021, we cross back up, we find some support. Okay, back on this horizontal level, we start to push a little bit higher, and then eventually what happens? Well, again, we get another cross, okay, here in Jan 2022. And what's quite interesting right now is that these moving averages are acting as resistance. So one of the clues that we're going to look for when the bulls will take over, at least in the short term, is we want to see price go above this blue line. Because if you have a look at what happens, even within this kind of short-term period here, you can see as soon as we go above the blue line over here and we close above it, we have a really strong rally. So, we go from about kind of the 43,000 level all the way back towards 68,747, which was the all-time high. So that's going to be a real important clue to look out for on the weekly chart. And it, and even if we had a really strong week this week, it looks a little bit unlikely that we're going to get above this blue line and close above it. Although you never know. It's the 7th of March right now as of recording. And remember, we have the Fed meeting happening on the 15th and 16th of March. And that's going to be a real key stimulus for where risky assets like Bitcoin go next. So that's going to be interesting. And that's going to be really, we're talking about, 10, 11 days away. Or is it less? 9 days, about 9 days away. Okay, so we'll see how the week closes. Look, I'm gonna talk about the downside, but I also want to highlight something that maybe the market isn't going to want to do really kind of break out of this range here until that event. So it could be interesting. Although, look, this is a bearish signal. I just wonder whether, because this is in a range, you can see this, right? If I just block this out for you guys, you can see this market is going sideways. I just wonder whether we don't break this range until after that Fed meeting. Unless something else significant happens from now until then, I wouldn't be surprised if the market just kind of, waits and sees, what's going to happen in that meeting, because a kind of surprise event can absolutely, really break to the upside or downside. Okay. And remember, if the interest rates are going higher and they're significantly higher than expected, well, that's going to be bad for risky assets like Bitcoin. But if it's a more dovish statement, and the likelihood is that the market, the interest rates are going to be not so aggressive in how they go up, well, in that case, that's going to be a very good thing for crypto assets and other risky assets similar. So just have that in mind, guys. Now, I want to talk about the downside. And if the market does go down, because we want to be prepared. And remember, right now we are below these two moving averages. So therefore, we have to bear in mind that that's a negative, that's a bearish signal. And if we do indeed push down, where do I think we're going to go to? Well, have a little look at this dynamic red line here, which is an envelope that I created. And it looks like a really great support area. So you can see back over here, that was in December 2018. See how the market basically, went below these moving averages. It came, it touched this line and then went up, right? And then we did the same thing over here. See, again, we got the bearish signal there. The market eventually went down to this red line, and then we got a real explosive move. Now, even if you take this little move here, it was quite a big move. So this one here was about 529%. And obviously this one was a lot bigger. This one was a lot bigger. This was 1,423%. So I'm just wondering, is this market going to do something similar? Are we going to eventually push down to this red line over here and then get a real explosive move back towards, our ultimate target, which is going to be about 100, at least 100,000. And if you have a look, 100,000 actually, that's only a 362%. I mean, if we did the minimum of 529 that it did last time, that would be taking us up. No, sorry, that would be taking us up to about 125,000. And if we did 1,500, just like where it's a real big move, 1,500, where does that take us to? Wow, a 1,500, that would take us to about 350,000 Bitcoin. So, we've seen these kind of moves before, guys. Something like that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. We've just got to ride out the short term and just make the most of what's going on right now. And as I've been saying, if you feel comfortable, you can just try and do some day trading. Remember, this is a ranging market, so you can just be doing mean reversion strategy. So if you've got time to be in front of your screens, that's the way to make money right now on Bitcoin. If you don't have so much time, it's a little bit harder to make money because it's quite whippy, and you're getting up and down moves, and this is looking bullish and then it corrects, and this looks bearish, and it wouldn't surprise me if it then corrected and went up again. So just have that in mind. And look, even if you start to see Bitcoin going down this week, just bear in mind that this area here is quite an interesting area. And if I just show you, like if you just kind of take this kind of little block here, you can see we've got lots and lots of price action there. And you can see we're rejected. So it wouldn't surprise me to reject again somewhere in this kind of zone and stay within the range until that Fed meeting. And then we may get our final direction. Okay, so that's about it, guys. I hope that helps. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What is your opinion? Do you think we're going higher from here? Do you think we're going lower? How are you preparing for the next move? And let me know if you've got any questions. Otherwise, guys, have a great day. Good trading to you guys. And I'll see you again soon with another video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.